Hello, welcome. This is a summary of the research proposal for D-SETI. D-SETI is the dream search for extraterrestrial intelligence, and this research proposal is based on the assumption and actually observation that we already have signal for extraterrestrial communications as expressed through the overwhelming testimony of reputable citizens. We also have calculable estimates for ET contact through psionic dreams that indicate that anybody can have ET contact through psionic dreams given lucid dream training, and that we can have instantaneous communication with extraterrestrial civilizations based upon the non-local quality of psi phenomena as expressed through psionic dreaming. And so if you're anything like me, you might be wondering, what is ET contact? What is psionic dreaming? And I just want you to know that this research proposal is based on references from acceptable, reputable scientific literature. These are all the references used in the research proposal. There are many, many more references and many more studies that help ground this in scientific literature. You just need to know right now that the conclusions are this. Psychic phenomena is real. And this comes from a study of psi phenomena as funded by the U.S. government, as operationalized by the U.S. government. And the study says, yes, indeed, it works. It's strange. It's not what we expect. There needs to be more study, but it works, right? Psionic dreaming is simply psychic dreaming. And this is very much associated with extraterrestrial contact for a variety of fascinating reasons. And we can also study that contact through experimentation and objective study of dream reports. So that's very important to know. Those are the basic premises of D-SETI. If you want to know more, there's a lot of papers on our website, dseti.org. So what is SETI? Because SETI is very much the inspiration for D-SETI. SETI is the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. This is a research organization that looks to detect signals from extraterrestrial beings by using radio telescope arrays and also telescopes and other things to look for communications from extraterrestrial civilizations at the speed of light. So it's important to know that the communications SETI is hoping to see will take generations to unfold. Their probabilities for extraterrestrial contact, right, is based on the Drake equation, and it's an actual literally incalculable. They've offered incalculable probabilities for contact or for success of their mission. And yet they've received $10 million a year from the US government when they were under the aegis of NASA, and they operate at a budget of $24 million a year. So that's really important to know. They have zero signals that they're talking about. So let's shift the conversation a little bit to D-SETI. D-SETI stands for the Dream Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. It uses psionic dreams, which we know to be real, which if you doubt, you yourself can have and invite psionic dreams, and likely you will have the experience of a psionic dream. So there's no need to base this funding on incalculable probabilities. There are thousands of signals from testimonial evidence, right? The quality of testimonial evidence here is through the roof. It is much more than what you would convict someone on in a court of law, and yet we do not accept these things because it's somewhat triggering to our worldview. The premise of D-SETI is based on calculable probabilities and estimates from quantitative studies. If we go for the most conservative estimates possible, we're still seeing significant contact. Right? Like if we work backwards from the number of UFOs reported to the New Fork National UFO Reporting Center, apply a lot of stringent filters, we still might see something like 5 psionic contacts, right? I would say it's much, much more, but that is a conservative estimate. This is 5. 5 is an infinite number of times more than the 0 signals that SETI has seen. We're also talking about extraterrestrial contact instantaneously. So because of the non-local qualities of psi phenomena, meaning they happen instantaneously across space and time, we can have instantaneous dialogue with extraterrestrial civilizations here and now, as soon as we are ready to have them. So that's very important to know, as soon as we're ready to have them. I ask for $500,000 over the next 5 years to establish this research organization. It is really important to know that that's $100,000 a year. That is the salary I let go of in order to study this stuff about 8 years ago. So it's not a significant amount, actually. And what I will do with that is significant. So I will tell you that in a bit. And just know that this is 0.04% of SETI's operational budget for a year. So who am I? I'm Daniel Rekshan. I hold a master's degree in East-West psychology. I am a certified hypnotherapist. I have a bachelor's degree in the philosophy and history of math and science at St. John's College. I'm chief dream officer of DreamWell, a mobile app to help you sleep, dream, and be well. I'm technical co-founder of lightnet.org and exometaverse.org, which is a citizen science platform to help you make contact with your own self, your consciousness, and these greater non-human intelligence. I have contributed the chapter of lucid dreams as a contact modality to CCRI's upcoming book, A Greater Reality. I have 5 years experience leading web application development focused on interactive data visualization. I am an experiencer of contact through psionic dreams with extraterrestrial and non-human intelligences. This is why I'm studying. This is why I know it's possible. But I don't want you to take my word for it. I want us to build edifices of culture and science at akin to the edifice of radio telescope work expressed in SETI as something like Wikipedia. I want that to happen. I don't want you to accept my testimony as the end-all be-all. I want you to have an experience of extraterrestrial contact through psionic dreams, and I want us to change our worldview to accept the reality that we are in an intergalactic community of beings that are like us. This is life like we know it. And how do we know that? Because we're psychic dreamers and they have dreamt themselves into our field of consciousness. So let's study this in an objective, quantifiable way. Anyways, so who is D-SETI? Who are they? D-SETI is seen to be something like a lens of my various activities across different organizations, primarily so that we can raise funding to take strong action, right? Which is building this research organization. Cosmic Dream Sanctuary is where I offer dream work and hypnosis services for individuals. DreamWell is a mobile app to help you sleep, dream, and be well. I'm the chief dream officer there. We've got LightNet and exometaverse. It is a citizen science platform for collective intelligence. Then we've also got CCRI. They invited me to provide the chapter of lucid dreams as a contact modality. And they're here because that paper for me was so pivotable in that they asked me to do a literature review, and this is actually the conclusion. It is so, I didn't know what I would find when they asked me to do this. I thought, oh yeah, probably. I love contact and dreams. But I researched the literature and I said, oh my God, why aren't we studying this? There's evidence actually in the scientific literature pointing to the fact that we can have psionic contact through dreams with extraterrestrial civilizations. How does D-SETI work? Well, it's focused on 3 explicit activities. It's like I said, it's a lens that focuses activity. One is through the production of collective knowledge from dream reports through publication of content analysis studies. This is objective work here. This is how dream studies work. Let's do that with ET dreams. So 2, publication of interpersonal dream experiences like dream sharing through storytelling or discussion circles, and also lucid intent experiments. So this is how we can know more about ET civilizations in contact with us through psionic dreams. And then finally, through the support of individual dream practices, through education of dreamers, publication of dream work guides, etc. These 3 activities are expressed through 6 projects. So one is the Open Data Commons. So let's bring together all of the dreams, all of the reports, and put that in a repository where anyone can access it. It is a shared resource, like our knowledge in Wikipedia is a shared resource. Let our testimony be a shared resource, a shared common, where we can really develop our understanding of these things, right? Number 2 is the open source analysis pipeline and API. How are we going to study these things? Well, through objective, quantifiable content analysis. We need advanced search capabilities and visualization and reports. These are all built out and are at prototype levels and are becoming real through the work of LightNet. Third project is education and dream sharing online. So these are classes and dream sharing groups. That's really how it works. We've got to do the work together. And that can happen through the LightNet and Cosmic Dream Sanctuary experience. Or rather, is happening. 4 is a mobile app for dream experiments. So we need to be able to collect dream reports and administer experiment instructions. And this can really happen through Dreamwell, which is a great source for scientifically based dream journaling and dream practices, also sleep and mindfulness. 5 is dream work sessions and education. So we need to offer classes and dream sharing groups explicitly dedicated to dream work around this. And that's happening through Cosmic Dream Sanctuary. And then 6 is the publication of academic research papers and white papers and peer-reviewed articles through, hopefully, a PhD study for me, and also future collaborations with CCRI or other research organizations. So I am seeking seed donations, right? I've been talking about SETI because they've received a tremendous amount of money. And if I could just receive 0.04% of their operational budget, look at all we could do. We could really make contact with extraterrestrial intelligences and invite a renaissance of a worldview. I mean, I don't need to tell you this, but dreams literally lead to Nobel Prize winning discoveries. So what is possible if we actually took this seriously? And what does it look like to take seriously? Well, for me, it's dedicating 10 years of my life and professional career to establishing the credentials to make this research organization a thing. And for you, it might look like donating $500,000 or 100,000 or 1,000 or whatever you can. For you, it might be actually participating in a study. I'm so excited about the possibilities here, but it really does start with actually making this thing real. And that means we need to raise some money. And how much money is that? It's a very reasonable amount, $500,000 over 5 years. That's like less than the web developer salary. That's less than a web architect salary. And that'll pay for my PhD program. It'll pay for the development and hosting of a massive database of dreams. It'll pay for open source analysis pipeline and tools. These are things I've donated already through LightNet to the public domain. We're in that process right now. But that's super important to know that is being brought forward by this donation. It'll develop massive lucid intent experiments, 1 a year. How amazing would that be to once a year participate in a massive lucid dream experiment to reach out to our cosmic neighbors and discover what comes out of that dialogue. It'll pay for research and publication of DreamWork best practices in working with psionic dreams and ET contact. It'll facilitate online dream groups and extraterrestrial contact, and it will establish fundraising efforts to build a capital foundation of $15 million to make this research organization on par with Wikipedia or SETI. So that's why I'm seeking donation. If you do know of anyone that can help me out here, help us out, help out the world, make contact with extraterrestrial beings through psionic dreams, reach out to me. The best way to do that is Daniel@dseti.org. All of this financial stuff is in the D-SETI research proposal. I'm being completely transparent about the needs, about where the money will go, and how it'll be spent. So that this can be a great resource for you if you're curious. So ways to participate, I do want to call out DreamWell. This is, if you're talking about psionic dreams, you need to know about dreaming. And the best way I feel to do that is through just listening to the meditations and doing dream practices. You can get there at dreamwellbewell.com. You can participate with our growing citizen science community focused on contact and consciousness at exometaverse.org. That's a really great way to make friends in this space. And I absolutely love the hangouts we've been doing. So you can also reach me at cosmicdreamsanctuary.org to work with your contact dreams in one-on-one and group sessions. So the slide says.com is actually .org. You can learn more about D-SETI by going to the website dseti.org, and you can email me directly at daniel@dseti.org. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to this presentation. It is very inspiring to me to think about the possibility of making widespread contact with extraterrestrial intelligences through psionic dreaming. I know it sounds like it's science fiction, and that's really why I've been putting forward these academically based inquiries based in peer-reviewed studies, based in reputable testimony. The work with these things have shown me that beyond a doubt, beyond a reasonable doubt, there is extraterrestrial communication happening. It's happening through psionic dreams, and that we can simply study these things in order to learn more or to move our civilization forward, and it would be of benefit for us to do that. I firmly, firmly believe that. I am not afraid of the extraterrestrial intelligences. I'm not afraid of what will happen next. I say we do need to do some preparation work, but I'm not afraid. I'm very, very hopeful. And so I hope I've shared with you a frequency of belief and possibility and invitation to move forward with this contact experience between our beautiful, beautiful planet that we're here together on with our neighbors in this galactic community. I know it's going to be highly strange and bizarre, because if there's one thing that has been consistent in the scientific literature about both dreams and extraterrestrial contact, is that they are highly strange and bizarre and require participation and interpretation to become knowledge. But we can actually do that work together in beautiful ways. So thank you for being here. May you dream well.